Welcome to the weekly Metaverse update where we'll be reviewing some of the leaks that came through Outer World, the Zero iOS update. We'll be touching base with the community and what they've been up to, as well as touching base with some of the updates from other projects, and then finally closing with some really cool information from the worlds of tech and AI. In Outer World, we had another packed week of leaks. Starting off, the World team showed off this rocket launcher that has some splash damage, so watch out. The procedural team continues to show off random cameras throughout Miami. Many liked this image from Little Meow and Nexus, but I really fell in love with this one with the expanding roadways over the water. Neil dropped a screenshot of Trinity overlooking the streets of Miami from one of the developers' computer setup, as well as another leak from the home screen of Outer World, showing off the different game modes of open world, combat, and racing. But what really got the community talking was this portion about joining Pro. This is what we assume is the subscription model for Outer World, and it has the community all abuzz wondering what the details are for this feature. I shared my thoughts about this in the next post, and I'll leave it below. We also got this incredible leak from the team showing off the leaderboard and an awesome image of Trinity. There are a few interesting things to highlight from this image, like the game modes and the map selection tab here on the top. On the sidebar, we can see the different game modes, the profile icon and the setting icon, as well as an icon that looks like it takes you back to the home page. You also have your ZID at the bottom of the page with what your ranking is. Here Nathan is a silver one, having gained 492 XP, but needing a total of 1,490 to gain the next level. And then at the top of the image, you can see how Zero and ZNS protocol plays into the underlining system of Outer World. Here it shows Outer World as the root domain, then Rebellion, and then leaderboard. In the world of Zero, Neil shared with Justin Bonds some details about the feature set of Z-Chain. Justin made a post for undervalued blockchains that had specifics in capacity, speed, economics, and was decentralized. Zero also got an update on iOS. This new update provides more icons and options. iOS users can now post to the feed, make comments on feed posts, access the notification page, check out your profile, and included with this update was some bug fixes that was shared by the community. Overall, the flow and feel of this app has been coming alive, and I've really been enjoying utilizing it, especially with the consistent updates that come from the team. In the world of Meow, let's look at the post that got meowed the most. WEC announcing that Whelp has joined the DAPP initiative. Akili saying hello from the newly updated iOS. A post from me sharing my thoughts on the Pro subscription. Neo mentioning a new background available on Zero. Miami Times dropping their daily brief. And then a couple other posts from me sharing the weekly Metaverse update and congratulating Long Barney for winning a giveaway I was running on YouTube. I really appreciate the love that everyone's been giving my posts. Six Wilder sharing some information about mindfulness and motion. And then finally a post from Sporty C sharing a music video from AC/DC, Whole Lotta Rosie. The community are making posts more and more often that other community members find to be valuable, and they're starting to meow a lot more. So make sure you get out there and meow some of your favorite posts and support the efforts of other community members that are trying to take Zero into the mainstream. Last week in BelsheBits, I was honored by Action Rob with this incredible jersey. Me and my community are going to be able to flex on the streets of Miami whenever this digital wearable becomes available within Outer World. Earlier last year, a digital artist by the name of Lazaro really caught my eye. For obvious reasons, I was drawn into his work because of how well it drew me into my own imagination of what Outer World would look like years from now. One of his pieces even captured the attention of Elon Musk. One of the small details I love is when he puts in the young boy in a pirate ship within the animation. Well, last week while I was scrolling X, I came across one of his posts and made a comment talking about how much I appreciated his digital art, which drew a comment from him commenting of how much he appreciated that I told him how I felt about his artwork, which then led to a comment made by Neo about an idea that he had about giving a portion of Miami to Lazaro in order for him to bring to life his imagination and creativity. Last week, I also shared some thoughts on the leaderboard leak that came through, and Neo corrected me on some of the information. I made speculation that we would get multiple maps and game modes on day one, but it sounds like that they will be working on bringing more weapons, maps, and game modes in continual updates after the initial release. So it sounds like we may just start off with one map and one game mode at first, but then continual updates will give us more and more maps and more game modes, as well as more weapons for us to take down the forum with. If you've been enjoying any of the threads and drip that you've been seeing throughout this video, please make sure to go to metaware.store and pick out your favorite pieces. First off, in the world of the community, I want to congratulate Ninerball for purchasing these Fog Circle Air Wilds from Pet Liger. This citizen has been loading up on cribs, beasts, and other things. The community studio reminded us of all the blessings that we were receiving by holding a trinity. Things like free airdrops, exclusive access, and more. Ekam showed off some incredible concepts from his students in his Design Morphine Masterclass, which is an accredited online class, and if you're looking to up your game, I would consider checking this out. Peach Wilder made some incredible moves this week with the purchase of 2 land plots. The first one was a mid-mixed use in District 0, and the other was a mid-industrial plot in Flashing Lights. It looks like him and I are going to be neighbors. Peach has definitely made some incredible moves since land dropped late last year. Castor Troy had a great question and request from the team to make it possible to be able to do something with duplicate items from the Wilder packs. Here we see some ideas from him and other community members. Mr. Grindor asked if there were any updates about Odyssey, and Neil clarified that we would be seeing more information on this in the next zine. This devlog is scheduled to drop before the end of March. In other worlds, the Super Phoenix DAO opened up their minting of Core Data Cube NFTs that will be available for a limited time. You will be able to stake these NFTs for Ember tokens. Here's a close look at a rare version of this NFT. It looks like that each level gives you different perks and benefits to the Super Phoenix ship in Star Atlas. Futureverse shared their excitement for being recognized on Fast Company's Most Involved Companies of 2025. Along with that, early access members of the Readyverse started to share their experiences and unfiltered walkthroughs. And then in the world of Star Atlas, they showed off a 3-minute highlight reel of what you can expect from them in 2025. The progress from this team is truly impressive. And then in the world of OBR, there was a huge discovery that was truly fascinating to me. The massive structure underneath the pyramids of Giza. Huge columns with coils on top of 2 other larger structures, all 2 kilometers underneath the pyramids. I'm really interested to learn what these structures might be and any lost history that we may uncover from this discovery. Last week we had President Trump address the Digital Asset Summit proclaiming this.
It's an honor to speak with you about how the United States is going to dominate crypto. We're ending the last administration's regulatory war on crypto and Bitcoin, and that includes stopping the lawless Operation Choke Point 2.0. I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common-sense rules for stablecoins and market structure. With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy, safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike. You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar, and it is exciting to watch as you invent the future of finance. Together we will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world.
Sony showed off their new Midnight Black collection of controllers, headsets, and more. And then we had the exciting release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. The release came with mixed reviews, but overall they were positive from critics. There were a few that pushed back on some of the storylines and narratives, but the feedback on gameplay was mostly positive, and many people really enjoyed playing the new game. And lastly, the US showed off the F-47, which is the 6th generation of fighter jets. This fighter jet has next generation stealth technology, capable of exceeding Mach 2, has a longer range, and is built with an open system architecture for frequent software and sensor updates. Well, there you have it. That is your weekly Metaverse update and filling you in on some of the things that you may have missed last week. If you enjoy being caught up on the things that are happening in different worlds around the Metaverse, please make sure to subscribe below and give me a comment on things you wish to see in the future.